All right, part 2 of our sizzling at 6. Are you guys having fun yet with this crazy sizzling at 6? All right, really should have put it in the crock pot this morning. I just didn't. So I have 2 pounds of ground turkey with some olive oil. I'm going to put that up onto a high because we're going to cook this, okay? And we're going to add a can of diced tomatoes. Okay. Hi, Karen. So I have 2 pounds of ground chicken, a can of diced tomatoes. I have a can of black beans, already drained and rinsed. Okay. Throw that in there. And then all I'm going to need for seasonings is my taco seasoning. And I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. Okay. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Ed. Actually, I'm only going to do a tablespoon. All right, and I could have used like whole onions, but I'm going to use my Epicure toasted onion. And I am going to add a little more. I'm just going to do 2 teaspoons. Okay. And I'm going to add a little onion, a little garlic. So I use garlic, roasted garlic aioli like I would use garlic salt. This is sodium free, okay? I'm going to do a teaspoon of that. And if you've ever done this before, it calls for a lot of ingredients. And in all honesty, I'm able to do this using just my taco seasoning. I'm adding the onion and the garlic because that's what I like. All right. So we are on high because we want to get it cooking. And in the oven is the spaghetti squash. It's a really big one. It's cut in half. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my temperature down to 375. Okay. It was on 400 for the first half hour, and now, 45 minutes, and now we're going to take it down to 375. Actually, I'm going to take it down to 350. Okay, so that's set, I think. Hang on. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, now it's set at 350. All right, yep. That's what I got. That's what I got. And then we're gonna cook all of this. Is all the inners that is gonna go inside of the spaghetti squash. So that's what we're cooking now. Let me show you. So we have diced tomatoes, black beans, onion, garlic, taco seasoning, and 2 pounds of ground turkey. And a little olive oil just so it doesn't stick, all right? And look at how white that's turning. So I'm going to hang you back up so I can stir. Hello, Debbie. I probably could have just done this sooner and I was waiting, but it worked out good because I just got home, so I was able to visit with him for a little bit. All right. So I'm just stirring my ground chicken, ground turkey, whatever I grabbed. I don't even know. I think it's ground turkey. I didn't look. Ground turkey, ground chicken. Does it really matter? Okay. So I have my beans, the diced tomatoes, the taco seasoning, the garlic, and the onion all in there. And if you wanted to do slice an onion and dice the onion up and put it in there, do that. Do you. I personally didn't want that, so I'm just using the toasted onion flakes because, one, they're delicious and I never have any waste. And there's Kim Reeman. Now, I am making taco spaghetti squash boats today. Thanks to Kim's inspiration yesterday, Kim, so thank you, thank you. And then right now, so earlier at 4:30 we went live, and all I did was spritz the spaghetti squash with some olive oil and sprinkled in some SPG, which is just our Epicure salt, pepper, garlic, okay? And the olive oil. Covered it with another liner. It was at 400 for 45 minutes. I'm dropped it down to 350, and once the chicken, the ground chicken, taco, beans, and diced tomatoes are all cooked, I'm going to take that out, pour that in on top of the spaghetti squash, cover it back up, put it back in the oven to finish cooking, and then we'll take it out at 6 o'clock for the usual sizzling at 6 time. So I did a little different. I could have thrown it Hi Debbie in the crock pot or whatever. Can't have tomatoes. Just don't put the diced tomatoes in. Just omit the tomatoes. Just do the spaghetti squash and then the ground chicken, the beans, the taco seasoning. Just take the tomatoes right out. You don't need to have the tomatoes. But I figured it's kind of like, to me, it's adding that salsa taste to my taco boat, right? That's what I would do, Jackie. Just omit the diced tomatoes altogether and just do the ground chicken, the black beans, and the seasoning. I mean, that's me. That's what I would do. You could add corn if you wanted another vegetable. But, I mean, it's going in the spaghetti squash, so you're going to have, veggies. Because I thought about putting corn in, and I said, I'm just going to ask my husband, should I put in corn? Right, don't you think, Jackie? That would work. Don't put in the diced tomatoes. You could put in another can of beans if you wanted more substance. Or you could put in a can of corn, because corn with tacos is always good, right? I could ask my husband if he wants tacos in here. Or corn in it. I'm just using my meat chopper. It smells delicious in this house. Yeah, and I'm just going to top it with cheese when it comes out at 6 o'clock. Yep. I'm not going to do it until we take it out. But I figured I went live at 5:15, doing the next step. But this would be a really long live. So I've done it in little pieces, and then if you guys really like it, what I can do is piece it together and then upload it to YouTube, and then you'd be able to find it. But it's always here. You just go in this group and search Taco Spaghetti Squash Boat, and it's going to come up because I'm going to go in and label it. Okay. This smells delicious. And if you wanted more of that salsa flavor, you could add the poco picante, which is our salsa seasoning. Poco picante. And for sodium, it has 80 milligrams of sodium. So, which isn't bad. So, you could add a little if you wanted a little bit of that salsa flavor. But I always warn people it can get a little hot, so if you're going to use it, there, just a little, just enough to give it that salsa flavor, right? All right, so this is almost done. So we're going to take the squash out of the oven and bring it over to, that meat chopper worked really good. Epicure should say, oh wait, it was an Epicure one. All right. I'm going to put you here, and I'm going to the oven, okay? And that is my Epicure roll-up rack that it's setting on. All right, so when you lift this, just be careful. It's going to be steamy. It's going to be steamy. All right. I just want to see how we are. Because see, they said it would be done, but I knew these were monstrous. So I knew it wouldn't be 40 minutes because these babies are big. They smell delicious, though, I gotta tell you. That's all the seasonings we use. Let's just move that out of the way. So on the stove, I have the ground chicken, whatever I bought. Hi, Sue. How are you? And I cooked it ahead. I'm just gonna put some water on. And look at how delicious that looks. All right, so do you guys want to see? That is the ground chicken with a can of diced tomatoes, a can of black beans, and taco seasoning, poco picante, garlic, and onion. And then I'm just going to scoop this right in to the centers, okay? And then it's going to go back in the oven for another half an hour. And at 6 o'clock, when I go live for my regular, sizzling at 6, we'll pull this out of the oven. But if I didn't do it this way, we wouldn't eat until 7 o'clock at night. And I'm really trying to not eat that late. Okay. I have some chicken left. Well, that'll be good. I'll do some kind of chicken bake or some taco bake. Because I did 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. A little bit too much. But that's okay. It's not going to go bad. Alright. So now we have it on. I'm not going to put the cheese on until I take it out. Thank you. Alright, I think this is looking pretty good. Let me show you. Now I need to get a new light. I'm working on it. Oh, there we go. Doesn't look as good as it would if there was a light shining on there. And then I'm going to put my other liner on top. And we're just going to pop this back in the oven. Okay. And then we will go live again at 6. The regular sizzling at 6 time. And it will be ready to come out of the oven. Ah, I know, so good, right? So I will see you in like 32 minutes. So this is really a 3-parter today. I hope you're enjoying it. If you miss one, don't worry, they're all being recorded and saved so you can watch them later. I'm Lisa, keeping it real. Our second live, but I will see you at 6 o'clock Eastern, 32 minutes from now, to wrap it up as we sizzle at 6 and bring dinner out of the oven. Have a great half an hour. Catch the news. Go for a walk in the rain. I don't know. I'll see you soon.